China's goal of 1 hour global travel now seems less like science fiction.
China has recently unveiled the prototype of its groundbreaking hypersonic jumbo aircraft, which soared through the skies, reaching a maximum speed of Mach 6.56. Dubbed the Yinhang No. 1, this advanced fighter jet is capable of traveling at speeds 6 times faster than sound. Hailed as the future of aviation, this technological marvel is set to revolutionize global travel, military strategy, and even space exploration. Imagine traveling from New York to London in under an hour. This dream could soon be a reality, thanks to its cutting-edge Mutter engine and heat-resistant materials. With this innovation, China is pushing the boundaries of aerospace technology, potentially ushering in a new era of high-speed travel. The development of China's hypersonic jet has stunned the world, with its potential to enable travel anywhere on Earth in under 2 hours. The concept revolves around point-to-point space travel, where passengers briefly ascend above the atmosphere to drastically reduce flight times. Although it may sound like science fiction, multiple tests have confirmed its feasibility, hinting at a transformative shift in global transport. At the heart of the Yinhang No. 1 is its ramjet components, allowing smooth transitions between subsonic and hypersonic speeds. As temperatures surpass 2,500 degrees Celsius, advanced heat-resistant materials like ceramic matrix composites play a crucial role in maintaining the aircraft's structural integrity. Beyond speed, the jet's design also prioritizes luxury, accommodating only about 10 passengers. Initially positioned as an exclusive travel option, its success could eventually pave the way for renewed interest in high-speed commercial aviation. Ramjets, a key component of hypersonic propulsion, have been known for a long time, but China's advancements have made them more practical, lightweight, and powerful. This progress has intensified global competition, with nations like the United States, Russia, and India racing to develop their own hypersonic technologies, recognizing their potential for both commercial and military applications. Despite its promise, hypersonic aviation faces significant challenges. These jets consume vast amounts of fuel, raising environmental concerns, and their extreme noise levels also pose problems, as sonic booms could lead to strict flight restrictions over populated areas. Engineers must refine cooling systems to prevent structural damage from the intense heat generated at high speeds. Additionally, safety certifications remain uncharted territory, requiring new guidelines for emergency procedures and pilot training. The high cost of development and operation limits hypersonic travel to the luxury market, at least initially. However, with the rapid pace of research, the possibility of mainstream high-speed travel seems closer than ever. Looking ahead, China's hypersonic ambitions could reshape air travel, defense strategies, and space exploration. Engineers are fine-tuning propulsion methods and improving heat-resistant materials to make the Yinhang No. 1 the ultimate symbol of speed. Its influence could extend beyond passenger flights to cargo transport and even future space missions. Meanwhile, other nations continue their pursuit of supersonic and hypersonic breakthroughs, driving a global race toward the mastery of high-speed transport. While challenges related to noise, cost, and environmental impact must be addressed, the allure of reaching distant corners of the Earth in record time is too compelling to ignore. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in aviation. At the core of China's hypersonic jet program is its advanced propulsion system, which leverages multiple engine types for seamless transitions between different flight speeds. Instead of relying on a single propulsion method, the jet uses a combination of turbofan, rocket, and ramjet engines. The Mutter engine, short for multi-ducted twin-turbine ejector ramjet, is a major innovation in this field. At takeoff and landing, the jet relies on turbofan engines, which are efficient at lower speeds. As it accelerates, rocket engines provide the necessary thrust to reach supersonic speeds. Beyond Mach 3, ramjets or scramjets take over, using high-speed airflow for combustion without relying on rotating compressor blades. Managing heat is another major challenge in hypersonic propulsion. Traveling at such speeds generates extreme friction, pushing surface temperatures beyond 2,500 degrees Celsius. Conventional metals like aluminum or steel would melt under such conditions, making advanced materials like ceramic matrix composites essential for structural integrity and heat dissipation. By using lighter, stronger, and heat-tolerant materials, engineers ensure the engines run efficiently without critical failures during flight. Another crucial aspect is the ability to switch between engines seamlessly throughout different flight phases. Ramjets cannot function at takeoff due to insufficient incoming air pressure, so the aircraft begins with turbofans. As speed increases, the rocket engine bridges the gap before the ramjet or scramjet activates. This seamless transition is key to achieving hypersonic speeds without performance gaps. Flight control at hypersonic speeds presents another challenge. Extreme airflow disruptions can cause violent turbulence, making stability a critical concern. Engineers must carefully design intake ducts and exhaust nozzles to ensure steady and predictable airflow, reducing the risk of sudden decompression or engine flameouts. This is especially important at high altitudes, where thin air leaves little margin for error. Despite the excitement surrounding hypersonic travel, major technological and logistical hurdles remain. Research and development costs are a significant obstacle, requiring billions of dollars in investment. Advanced materials, sophisticated engines, and cutting-edge testing facilities drive up expenses, making mass production and affordable tickets a distant reality. Currently, only governments and wealthy corporations can afford such ambitious projects. Another challenge is noise pollution. When breaking the sound barrier, hypersonic jets generate loud sonic booms that can rattle communities below. Past supersonic aircraft, like the Concorde, faced strict bans in certain regions due to these disturbances. Hypersonic jets produce even stronger shock waves, raising concerns about property damage and disruption to people and wildlife. Addressing these issues will be crucial for widespread adoption. Heat management remains a critical technical hurdle. Traveling above Mach 5 results in extreme friction, which can overheat and weaken the aircraft's structure. Traditional metals are unsuitable for such conditions, leading engineers to experiment with ceramic composites and other advanced materials. Effective cooling and insulation solutions are necessary to ensure long-term safety and durability. Additionally, the environmental impact of hypersonic jets is a growing concern. These aircraft consume enormous amounts of fuel, leading to high carbon emissions. Their operation at high altitudes could also affect the ozone layer. As sustainability becomes a priority in the aviation industry, researchers are exploring ways to improve fuel efficiency and develop alternative propulsion methods, though viable solutions remain in progress. Regulatory challenges further complicate the development of hypersonic travel. Aviation authorities must establish safety protocols, pilot training guidelines, and emergency procedures for aircraft flying at Mach 5 or beyond. Even minor malfunctions at such speeds leave little room for corrective action, making regulatory approval a lengthy and complex process. Collaboration between governments and private companies will be essential to creating clear policies that ensure passenger and public safety. While overcoming these technological challenges requires time, investment, and global cooperation, the potential benefits of hypersonic travel are immense. Cutting travel times, enhancing military capability, and advancing aerospace research make this a highly promising field. Engineers remain optimistic that with continued innovation and perseverance, hypersonic flights could soon become a reality, ushering in an exciting new era of aviation. One defining feature of China's Yinhang No. 1 is its limited passenger capacity. Designed to reach Mach 6, it accommodates only about 10 passengers, significantly fewer than conventional commercial aircraft. Initially, hypersonic travel will cater to a luxury market, but as technology advances and costs decrease, it could pave the way for widespread high-speed air travel in the future. Hypersonic jets prioritize propulsion, heat shielding, and performance, limiting seating capacity to around 10 passengers. This makes them a niche option for affluent travelers and specialized missions due to high costs. While flying from New York to London in under an hour is remarkable, limited seating makes these flights inaccessible to most people initially. Governments, corporations, and agencies will be the primary users. Extreme heat at speeds exceeding Mach 5 requires advanced materials, increasing costs and weight. Unlike traditional airlines, which profit from large passenger volumes, hypersonic jets must charge extremely high ticket prices. Until engineers develop cost-effective solutions, hypersonic travel will remain an exclusive luxury. The global race for hypersonic technology is intensifying among China, the US, Russia, and India. China's Yinhang No. 1, Russia's Avangard, and US DARPA projects highlight the push for military and commercial applications. Private companies are also exploring high-speed travel and space launch services. However, challenges like heat management, noise pollution, and fuel consumption make widespread adoption difficult. Environmental concerns, including high carbon emissions and sonic booms, pose further obstacles. Regulatory agencies, like the FAA and EASA, demand extensive safety testing before approving commercial hypersonic flights. Air traffic control systems, airport infrastructure, and emergency protocols must also be redefined. Nations may restrict hypersonic routes to specific corridors for safety. Despite these challenges, hypersonic technology is advancing. Future breakthroughs may enable larger passenger cabins and commercial viability. However, for now, it remains a luxury primarily benefiting military and government operations. Hypersonic jets are designed for extreme speed, prioritizing propulsion, heat shielding, and performance over passenger capacity. With only about 10 seats, they cater to wealthy travelers and specialized missions rather than the general public. The ability to travel from New York to London in under an hour is groundbreaking, but the high cost and limited seating make these flights inaccessible for most people initially. Governments, corporations, and well-funded agencies will be the primary users. Flying at Mach 5 or higher generates intense heat, requiring advanced materials like ceramic composites to maintain structural integrity. These materials add weight and cost, making commercial viability a challenge. Unlike traditional airlines that profit from high passenger volume, hypersonic jets must charge extremely high ticket prices. Until engineers find ways to cut costs, hypersonic travel will remain a luxury rather than a mainstream option. The global competition for hypersonic technology is fierce, with China, the US, Russia, and India developing hypersonic aircraft for both military and commercial applications. China's Yinhang No. 1, Russia's Avangard, and US DARPA projects highlight the push to dominate this field. Private companies are also exploring hypersonic travel for rapid transportation and space launches. However, challenges such as heat management, fuel efficiency, and noise pollution continue to hinder widespread adoption. Environmental and regulatory concerns add further complications. Hypersonic jets consume massive amounts of fuel, leading to high carbon emissions and potential harm to the ozone layer. Sonic booms at such speeds are louder than those of past supersonic aircraft like the Concorde, making them a major concern for regulators. Agencies like the FAA and EASA require extensive safety testing before approving commercial hypersonic flights. Air traffic control systems, airport infrastructure, and emergency protocols must also be adapted to accommodate these high-speed aircraft. Despite these challenges, ongoing advancements in materials, propulsion, and aerodynamics bring hypersonic travel closer to reality. Future breakthroughs may increase passenger capacity and make tickets more affordable. If successful, hypersonic aircraft could transform global transportation, allowing for ultra-fast international travel and improved military and emergency response capabilities. However, for now, hypersonic travel remains an exclusive technology with limited accessibility.